What's up guys and welcome to the first ever Rakazone gaming community tournament for Valorant. My name is Captain Arya and I'm joined by my buddy Malav as we will be casting the semi-finals for you, and you guys can watch the finals live on Rakazone's YouTube channel and live stream from tomorrow. Alright, sorry about that folks. We've got Team R Don't Get Toxic and Rebellious Gaming in this first best of 3 semi-final here, as the defenders already have a solid hold over the sites. Don't mind the UI bug, nobody has guns at this point is what we were clarifying. Seems like
What do we see?
they're making a slow rotate towards B, but the Brimstone might just have it covered. He still has his molly. So, that might come in handy as this push comes in. The layer comes out from the Reyna as the Cypher gets spotted out. Reyna's going to be first to fight, but she gets taken down as they are going to get onto the site and get their plant. Very important for this early phase to get in a plant, get some econ going. What do you think, Malav?
It looked like really chaotic execute to me because there were 15 seconds on the clock and they were just entering the site. They were really lucky because there's no one holding the B site down and they just had to get one kill, and then the trade was through and they just had to plant the spike.
Yep, down to just one defender, and it looks like that Sage is in a world of trouble as R Don't Get Toxic is gonna take a bit of time, but they will get the defuse. They're gonna take the round with just one loss, so everybody gets a hold of their pistols and whatever abilities they may have left. So overall, a decent start by these guys to their journey in this Rakazone community tournament supported by JBLQuantum gaming headset. As the winning team is going to take home 5,000 rupees. It's just a small fun tournament organized by Rakazone, supported by JBL for his community, and you can be sure there will be many such opportunities down the line. It appears we're going to be getting a fast B execute. Now the question is, will this Sage be able to take an aggressive peek here or just a wall? Definitely heard the footsteps there.
Sage throws the wall up. That's gonna take a lot of time off the clock. They're gonna get time to rotate out, and look at the attackers. They're scrambling for map control now.
Yep, look at this beautiful position by Nisha's Reyna here. Gonna swap the Sage out. Sage gets taken down. Waited a bit too long on the layer there, as the attackers are actually going to get a good amount of kills on the board. Down to the last person, but a 1v2 is not a bad situation. But he peaks at the wrong time, and that is going to be a critical error. 2-0 in favor of Or Don't Get Toxic.
Yeah, even though the defenders were able to take that round away, but we noticed that they only survived with 2 members. That's going to be a huge toll on their economy. They might not have the best guns coming into this round.
Looks like they're planning for an A execute this time around.
Cypher, the lone man on the A side. What can he do today?
Cypher's probably the one character you want lone on a site at this point, right? With all the vision, all the traps and utility, he's definitely gonna spot the Reyna out. Gets a lot of info there, and that's gonna make the attackers think twice about whether or not they really want to execute A. The Raze has also rotated, as you can see, and the attackers are now suddenly looking mid all over again.
Definitely, that one Cypher camera like destroyed the whole.
It's enough to just scare you, right?
Yeah. But look at this. Now that they've headed towards B, there's only the Sage who's holding down the B site, and she's already used up a wall. And now we see her, even she's falling back towards CT.
Yep, the smokes have come in, and wow, through the smokes, the suspect is going to find the folks over at or don't get toxic. That's 3 members down now. Clone the closest to the side. Reina coming in slowly as it looks like this is finally going to be the first round on the board for the folks over at Rebellious Gaming.
Definitely, definitely. I think the key error that Rebellious Gaming made, or Don't Get Toxic made this round was that they rotated way too quickly. The moment they spotted one person on the Cypher camera, we saw the Raze was heading out towards B, Raze was heading out towards A, and the Sage was also on her way towards A. So that gave Rebellious Gaming free map control, and they just could walk in with 2 Brimstone smokes, and they had the complete site for themselves.
Yep, Brimstone, probably the best character if you want to, rush into site like that. I personally love just making a Brimstone wall of smoke and just walk into side, plant, and walk right out. Works a lot of the times when you desperately need a plant to get your economy back on track. And just like that, we have 2-1. First round on the board for Rebellious Gaming, folks. This is a best of 3 semi-final, so you're going to watch 3 maps here, and then we're going to have the second game live for you as well with another 3 games, and then you will have the 2 best teams playing and streaming on Rakazone's YouTube channel tomorrow with Raka himself casting the finals for you guys, the best of 3. Oh, beauty nade by Raze there, does a lot of damage. Sage decides not to pick up a gun for some reason. That's another odd decision there by the Sage.
It looks like the whole team doesn't have money to buy, hence they're using the saved rifle they had from the last round. And look at that, the rest of the team is just 1 sheriff, 1 ghost, and the rest of them on classics.
Yeah, beautiful rotate coming in from them. ZKS has just missed the Brimstone in his smoke. The question is, will that Brimstone punish him for this? Oh, did get spotted out by the Reina. Reina spray comes in and beautiful stuff. Quick to react there and get that kill.
In a map like Ascent, mid control is really, really important for attackers or defenders because it opens up areas to go to A, to go to B. And this is what we saw the attackers do this round. Perfectly walked out to mid, they got the control, and then they had a plethora of options to decide what they wanted to do.
Oh, beautiful stuff there coming in by the Reina. That is a crazy thrifty round coming in. I don't think anybody expected the defenders to really come out with a win on that one, guys. But it's pretty cool how they managed to get the kills despite the super slow rotate and side take. I think between the Raze and the Sage, they got 2 important kills, and then beautiful headshot there coming in from the Reina, getting them that crucial last kill that basically halted the push.
That 1 saved rifle that they had from the last round really changed the whole thing for them.
Wow, my cage triggered.
Alright, so Saikovsky knows that they are outside A. Reina is trying to support from a tight angle. The cage has been triggered, so they're gonna have 1 less defensive utility. See the Raze pushing in aggressive to try and get some information mid, will get peeked by the Brimstone. Brimstone on Bulldog, Raze on Vandals, should be an interesting matchup. Brimstone decides to go back, but I think the Cypher cam is up trying to get them info. Malav, it looks like we're going for an A execute again.
Yeah, definitely look at that. The Cypher tripwire triggers, they'll get 2 kills. Saikovsky 2 kills on the side before he gets traded on by D suspect.
I think good stuff over here. They've actually got the 2 sets of players actually divided, and the Brimstone's actually still stuck outside site. And beautiful work there coming in by the guys over at Don't Get Toxic, as they're gonna pick up the defensive win and once again hurt the offense economy quite a bit. Not an
The one
ideal
thing
situation for them to be in.
the one thing that really helped the attackers, the defenders this time around, was that the rotation was really swift. They had 4 people on the A sides waiting for any push from the defenders to come in, and we saw the Raze. She was already pushed out mid, so even she could rotate really fast back to the side that they were gonna hit.
Alright, looks like we're going in for a another B execute where I think it's gonna come down to the Sage. Sage misses the operator shot. Trying to play a smart wall here.
Kill my allies.
Beautiful res coming in. And I think
Look at King's positions. He's holding extremely close to mid. Will they expect him here? Will they expect him this aggressive into mid?
oh, tricky. I think this can be a play that potentially wins them the round. One down.
Get the first.
Next gonna be Cypher. The Phoenix is also walking down. That's a Brimstone. As
Brimstone
that's gonna be
doubles
a
up.
quick triple. The Phoenix is in sight. The Sage has not seen him at all. He's standing right there in the corner. Ooh, too slow to react there, the Sage. As that is going to be another kill. Tchaikovsky brings it down 1v1 and Tchaikovsky for the win here, folks. That is another round that the defenders has no right to win. Not what the attackers wanted at all. This is bad for business.
This goes here. Oh, this is a nice. That goes there. Yes, this should do. This goes here.
Tchaikovsky coming in with another clutch play there.
He has definitely been shining as the Cypher. Last time we saw him when as he's been holding the A side constantly, he was completely able to shut it down with the 2K with using his tripwires and his cyber cages, and he's definitely shining, and he's definitely like being the best, providing the best utility to his team that's required for the rounds. A 1-for-1 trade comes out as the attackers head towards the B side, and look at the Sage. He's playing extremely aggressive in the B tunnels. Looks like the attackers will abandon the plan to hit B, and they look at them. Phoenix takes good control.
Oh, this is a nice spot. That goes there. Yes, this goes here. My intel is their obstacle.
Sorry
goes
about
there.
that little mix-up, folks. It seems we got the scoreboard wrong early on. You should be able to get the correct score now. It is Rebellious Gaming 6 on defense and Don't Get Toxic who are struggling on attack. Once
My
again,
camera is
Tchaikovsky
destroyed.
is gonna spot them out. He's got the Reyna coming in for support. Reyna coming in closer than we've seen before. Tchaikovsky with the first shot. Reyna's gonna find the Cypher as Don't Get Toxic are gonna have to fall back just a little bit and reevaluate their approach. The Brimstone, he's gone in aggressive. He's gonna be holding mid. The Raze is also pushing up mid.
But look at this positioning from Brimstone. He's pushed out towards mid. He's heading towards B main. Look at the amount of information he's providing for the team right now.
This is nuts, folks. We've got
Satchel out.
Clone actually pushing in aggressive. They have the site. Oh, Beautiful wall coming in there by the Sage, but gonna get picked off by Nisha on that Reyna. And the last person standing is Reyna going up against Saikovsky. And that's not what anybody on the Valorant team wants to be doing at this stage, and it seems like a match that is going heavily in favor of the defenders right now. Rebellious Gaming looking very good. 7-1 lead.
Yes, this
Despite
should
the score, I don't think it's too much to worry about because we've seen a lot of times that Ascent is really a defender-sided map. So let's see what Ordon Get Toxic can do when the side swap takes place. What do you think, Kishan? What do you think will happen when the side
I
swap
think
takes place?
a lot of teams, really, turn a new leaf when the side swap happens. And, let's not write them off just yet. We've got a crazy aggressive push coming in from Brimstone. D-Suspect, he's gonna get a kill on early as Brimstone's gonna get spotted out and punished for that aggression, as it looks like the guys on Ordon Get
I
Toxic
know exactly where you are.
finally have a bit of momentum in their favor.
Now, what's really going to help them is that they use the Cypher ultimate. The Neural Theft came in, and now they know what's happening all throughout the map. They know that B is empty, and they can walk right in and get the plant down.
Yep. It looks like this is going to be the first round in their favor. Good stuff coming in from them. Looks like they're going to be saving. They don't want to do anything risky. Saikovsky doesn't have too much money. And of course, Karn for the
No more
win.
charges left.
Sitting on that operator. So, too much to gamble with in a 5v2 in fact. So, smart call by them. They know that, 7-2 is still alright. But if they start hurting early on, it can snowball pretty fast. And any rounds on attack side are good rounds. Most maps in Valorant are, heavily favored for defenders, and we've actually, I think we ourselves have been in several games where we've been down 9-2 on the attack half and just turned it around in the defensive side of things. So, not going to put anything past here, not going to write off or don't get toxic just yet.
Keep them out.
So we've seen Khan do this round by round again. He throws in the slow up, which obviously slows in the attack, and that allows him to hold this angle out for however long he wants, and also stops the attackers from taking control of B main. This allows them to easily get map control and get early round information, which is really crucial in a game like Valorant.
Yeah, and especially with an operator, even if you have half a second more before the enemy can retreat because of that slow orb, it is precious time to pull off that shot. We see the Brimstone going in aggressive here. He's got Reyna, Cypher, and Sage all outside, moving up a shot here. It's gonna be interesting how this plays off because they're definitely gonna trigger the Cypher trap. Reyna goes in. Cypher's gonna get spotted out. Cypher down, and Reyna smart to phase away real quick there. But now they're actually stuck in a tricky position. The push coming in from the defenders. Sage stuck between a rock and a hard place. And that is going to be 8-2 in favor of Rebellious Gaming. Yikes.
Definitely, the Reyna, the amount of information she was able to provide to her teammates about the positioning, like she spots the Sage out towards A shot, and then they just know where everyone is and the rotations come. And what was really exciting to see was that they pushed through the smokes and they pushed Heaven, and they had no respect for Don't Get Toxic. This was just murder.
Yeah, I think just because they just wanted to overpower them with sheer numbers.
Definitely, and I don't think Don't Get Toxic even expected for the push coming through heaven. They thought they could get a plant down. They could force the defenders to play the retake, but that wasn't a possibility.
Sage missing her first operator shot, allowing the Reyna to push in. Ray's gonna try and re-peek. Definitely hearing the audio. Just missed the headshot onto the Reyna there, as they're gonna look to reevaluate their defensive positions. King, he knows there's a bunch of them mid. They're pushing up. They're right in front of him. The wall comes in. Will King go through and spray behind them? Oh my god, this is a massacre. Only ZKS survives. He's gonna take down the Reyna. And now suddenly what looked like a disaster is a 3v2.
But look at Reyna's position. I don't think the Sage knows she's pushed up into sight, and should be an easy kill for her.
You're nothing.
Not a spray to be proud of, but ooh, gonna come in.
That's something that they're gonna be really happy with.
I know exactly
In
where.
the 1v1 situation, the Cypher versus the Reyna.
Oh, he's
But
gonna
look at the
open the
time.
door.
Look at the time. He has no time. He doesn't even have the spike in his hands. 10 seconds to go. Can he clutch? The Cypher peaks at the right time. The Reyna's not expecting it, and Sai, he's been on fire for his team. He's been getting rounds right, left, and center.
Yep. This is a tricky one because the time really forced his hand. He couldn't really go around. Had to open the door. That basically gave up the game plan coming in from the Reyna. But clearing corners is basic when moving into a new room like that. So there wasn't really anything else the Reyna could have done at that point. And Tchaikovsky with another critical clutch for his team. Another push coming in, aggression from the Rays, as the Rays is going to get picked off. The Reyna now going in. She's heard the push coming in short. Empress gets popped, and the increased movement speed coming in. Beautiful ultimate there by the Brimstone. He's gonna find one kill, as Reyna is gonna peek with the Leers. Sage there, Cypher there. Does a bit of damage. He's gonna chase and finish him off. And the Phoenix in front, and bye Phoenix. Beautiful stuff coming in by Nisha on this Reyna.
We've been seeing some excellent usage of Reyna's abilities. The intangibility she gets after getting a kill. Nisha's been abusing this ability for the last few rounds. The moment he gets a kill, he is out of there in a second, in a jiffy, and no one knows what's happening next.
Yep, real quick plays there, not wasting too much time. That Reyna knows what she wants to do, and get a kill in and out. Beautiful stuff coming in. Rebellious Gaming 10-2 after the first half, and looking very comfortable. And as you can see, this is the latest score bug. Unfortunately, we won't be able to show you the scoreboard anymore, but you can still certainly get a look at all the players.
So let's see what Don't Get Toxic can do with the side swap. Looks like we'll see a mid control coming through ZKS. He's not going to be spared this round around.
Yep, I think the Phoenix on Harsh trying to get some control back. Sloan's gonna find D suspect in the distance as they continue their side hold. Oh, that Brimstone's in trouble, but the Reyna is there guarding.
Flame Ball, that's going to separate the both of them.
That's great work by Harsh. Divide and conquer. He should be able to find the Brimstone. Beautiful stuff. The plant has come in, but they've suddenly turned it into a 3v2 situation in their favor. There is a wall cutting off the Phoenix, the Cypher, I'm sorry. And wait till it's over. Oh, beautiful tap there coming in. The Sage takes a lot of damage. I think he needs to put up a wall real fast. Beautiful stuff. All going to come down to whether the Cypher can hold on. Takes down the Sage and the Cypher. And that is Defeater coming in with a clutch hold to help them get their first round on the board. And as I mentioned, you know, a lot of teams feel a whole lot more comfortable on the defensive side, and winning the pistol round is a big step in the road to, you know, winning the first of this 3-map
That goes
semi-final.
there.
Definitely. I think the main problem for the attackers was that they gave up too much map control. Both of them in
Oh,
post-plant
this is a
situation
nice
were holding
spot.
towards A
This
main,
goes
and there was
here.
just
Yeah.
one sage wall, one sage wall that decided the fate for the whole round.
Yep, it was a good sage wall. You know, it funneled them in towards the cipher, and
Definitely.
you know,
No more
they
charges
picked
left.
them off one by one.
This was something really interesting that Defeater just did. He put out an aggressive cipher cam, and now he knows about the team. He knows about the positioning. That's going to deter the attackers. They're not going to be able to jump towards the A side.
Yep, the attackers still trying to figure out where they are interested in pushing at this point. They don't have too much information. It seems like a B push might be on hand with the spike moving with the Reyna, Sage, and now Raze as well.
The attackers
Towards
have done
B
something
main.
really interesting. The attackers have done something really interesting. They've opted for armor on a lot of the players, and they've also gone for a few specters. That's gonna be this round. If this round doesn't go in favor of the attackers, it can potentially damage the economy for the next round, and they won't be able to get the beautiful phantoms, the vandals, and the utility that they want.
Yep, Harsh is gonna take down Clone. Oh, one player's gonna get spotted out. The rotate coming in as well as the Reyna goes down. And
Sage gets control of the B side. She can get a free plant right now, unless and until the enemy Sage is gonna contest. She does, and she gets the kill.
not what they were hoping for, and I think it's down to King alone.
Yeah,
Oh,
Prince
he doesn't
is
check
lone
the
player.
side, and ZKS is gonna take him down, and another round for the defenders. Oh, don't get toxic. Finally finding their feet and getting back into this, folks. It looks like this semi-final is far from over. 10-4, and a full eco will be forced from the attackers now.
Definitely. This will help them get the phantoms and the vandals and the important utility that they want. Given that the lost round bonus that they'll get the 2x, which is they'll get $1,000, 1,000 credits for having lost 2 rounds in a row now.
Oh, another great push coming in towards B side.
Camera taken out.
Defeater tries his best to hold his ground, but he's gonna get instantly traded. Now, at the same time, they pinched for a mace shot, and Harsh, he had nowhere to go. He was stuck there, and the trade comes through. Now, the attackers, they've walked into a free A site, and the plant should come down any moment.
Oh, beautiful pistol play there. D-Suspect.
But look at King. He's been holding his ground forever and ever over there. And even though he falls down, that's going to be an expensive round for the defenders, surviving with only one player.
Yeah, and I think King just got caught out there because he was in his, you know, ult animation, and it basically gave Harnisha Sage a free kill over there. And but yeah, as you said, very expensive round. So even though they won that round, important round for them to get, their money is going to be hurting. You can see. We got an operator on D-Suspect, Phantom, Vandal. So, even though these guys have all got their main guns, one loss now is going to be a little more painful on their econ than it should be.
Towards mid, we saw the Sage slow up and a Raze nade combo, which is something really interesting and not many teams pull off, because it gives them early round information and also slows any person from walking in towards and stopping the opponent team from getting important map control in the early.
ZK once again getting caught out there. Beautiful op shot there by D-Suspect, as it looks like they are on the verge of losing B side. The Sage, Harnish, the only one holding. The suspect has moved in with the AWP. He misses the Cypher completely as Khan for the win is gonna pick off, and Nisha comes in with the shot onto
Our spike's
that
down.
operator wielding defender. All down to Defeater. He's being pushed from all sides. He has no idea. He's gonna get pushed on the Cypher from behind, and that is going to be a very important round for Rebellious Gaming in this best of 3. Moving to within 2 rounds of winning this game, 11-5.
What was really important in this round was Khan was holding that angle in B main where you
Yep,
jump over
yep.
the box where we have the orb, and that wall gives you info of the whole site. That obviously one gave the whole team information as to where the defenders were holding, and also gave him a free kill onto Harnish, who obviously was stuck in the position and knew that Khan was holding that, but there's nothing he could have done about it.
Yep. Looks like Rebellious Gaming have a comeback on their minds. The suspect, he's got an operator in front of him, just about survives as the Sage cannot land her shot.
There.
Something really interesting that the defenders tried to do was they tried to push aggressive towards B main, where they had in the early round they put 3 players towards B main, but that definitely didn't work out for them, and they quickly abandoned that setup. And look at the Phoenix. He's towards mid. Look at them. They're all spread out on the map now.
Beautiful job there by the
You will
Brimstone.
not kill my ally.
Sage comes in with the res, and the attackers not looking to waste any time here. They're gonna get the pick. King finds her niche, and once again down to the Cypher. 5v1 this time, as things are looking tricky for the side of don't get toxic. Map point rather, not just match point. 12-5 in the favor of Rebellious Gaming, and it looks like a B and mid split is working really well for them. They've given up the idea. I think every time they have gone A, they have lost. It is like any typical match. Anytime you go A on any of the maps, you lose. Just rush B, and you have a higher chance of coming out on top.
We see the defenders. Look at the Sage, the Reyna, and the Phoenix. They're pushing B main again. They're looking to get some early round info.
Fire in the hole.
Looks like the early round info they will get, and there comes the 1-for-1 trade. But look at how she has no signs of stopping down. He throws in the double flash. Obviously, he doesn't get the kill over there, but
Yeah, suddenly they've actually been pushed the raise from behind, getting a bunch of kills there, meaning it is down to a 4v2. Phoenix is panicking a little. He knows where the raise is. He sees her, and between him and Defeater, oh, beautiful flurry of kills coming in, as now you've got the 2 of them. Cypher, he's gonna want to see if he can pick off the Brimstone. It's a 2v2, both of them scoping each other out. The Brimstone is on a much better weapon, but the fire rate on the Spectre will make up should he connect. The spike, has gone A.
But look at the difference between the positioning. The Brimstone, he's just heading in towards A shot. And the attackers have already taken the control. But Sage, Khan, he gets an excellent kill over there. And he gets in the second. And that's the first round going in for Rebellious Gaming. 13-5 as they take a stand.
Yep, Rebellious Gaming extremely happy with how that went for them. It looked like Don't Get Toxic were mounting a good comeback, and they did string together a bunch of good rounds. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to see them through, and the first map of the first semi-final goes to Rebellious Gaming, folks. We're going to take a quick break and be back with map number 2 in just a few minutes.
Psychopsky is on the side before he gets traded on by Teams as well.
One down, next one of the ciphers. No, that's a bridgestone. And
Brimstone comes up.
the Phoenix is in sight. The Sage has not seen at all. Right there in the corner. Too slow to react there, the Sage. No, that's a brimstone. And
Brimstone comes up.
Right there in the corner. Too slow to react there, the Sage. Psychopsky down 1v1 and Psychopsky shot here. Trigger the Cypher trap. Lina goes in. Cypher will get caught out. Cypher down. Lina not a win there. But now they're stuck. Not the defenders. And we are back, folks, with our second map. We head over to Bind as Rebellious Gaming are up 1-0 in this best of 3 semi-final in the Rakazone Gaming Valorant Community Tournament.
So let's see, the attackers, they're looking to get map control. They spread out. We see 3 towards the showers and 3 towards the showers in the short region, and the Brimstone, he's the lone warrior towards B long.
Yeah, he's also going to TP back, as it looks like we're going to be getting a fast A execute, sorry. Oh, they get spotted through the Cypher cage. Beautiful work there by the Cypher, using their information, getting them a very important first kill.
Looks like they're gonna be able to secure the plant, but look at Sai, he's trying to push through the smoke. He gets traded instantly. The Brimstone's watching that angle. Plant comes through.
That was actually a very smart plant, and I actually had no idea the site extended that far out.
It's only the Reyna left in the 1v3 situation. She's battling for her life right now. She gets 3 of them. What was that round from D-Suspect? He pulls it out.
D-Suspect, with what is probably the play of the match so far, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly speaking, I had written them off that round. I thought Don't Get Toxic had thrown it away, but D-Suspect coming in with a huge triple kill that, you know, double tap on the Raze and the Sage. Jesus, that, ladies and gentlemen, is what legends are made of. The push coming in, we got an aggressive hold in hookah, the Reyna and the Sage. Reyna's gonna get spotted out. That means Sage is gonna be probably looking to wall, throw an orb, or oh, Sage moving in aggressive. Doesn't have a clue that the whole team is there, as the Sage is going to get butchered. We got Brimstone picking up a double, but not gonna be enough, as they're gonna waltz onto site. And Don't Get Toxic off to a beautiful start here. Reyna has no idea Cypher's there. Gonna find the first kill on the Cypher, but the Raze is actually gonna take her down. And that is going to be 2 rounds in the bag, quick and easy for Don't Get Toxic.
I don't think the attackers are going to be extremely sad about the round, because they were able to get 2 kills. The defenders, they were able to get 2 kills with their hold. The shorty from the Brimstone and the Raze with Classic, they were able to get 2 kills, and that's going to be something they'll be happy with. It's like some damage to the economy, and there's some room for error for the attackers.
Yep, definitely. It is the first half, so we can bring you the scoreboard. The latest bug doesn't show it after the half. So we won't have too much information on econ and equipment unless we cycle through everyone one by one.
Khan has gone for the glass cannon operator this round. That's really interesting. He compromises the armor, and he's going to pick up the op this round.
Yep, he was pretty solid there with the operator last time around for his team, coming up with very crucial clutch picks and holds. Tchaikovsky, another player to keep an eye out for on this team. Beautiful camera placement. If you notice, he can actually from here keep an eye on both site entrances, and you know, the Reyna's just there to support. And look at that, beautiful stuff. They've spotted them up, but the Reyna gets picked off, and Tchaikovsky, the only person standing. The teleporter play is coming in. Oh, great stuff. Tchaikovsky's gonna find the first person. He's gonna find the Reyna as well as Tchaikovsky. What a huge play. Now the Sage, she's actually made it on the site. Raze coming in with a monster satchel jump play there. Oh, look at this, look at this.
He's looking for the lineup for the Molotov that goes onto the plant. Does he make it? Does he get the Molotov on the bomb?
I want to see if this works. No, it does.
Yes, it does. He lands it perfectly.
It does. Beautiful stuff. I think he should have just waited a little bit. That could have been a match winner there for him.
Do they have enough time to defuse this spike?
Yeah, they got plenty
They
of
do.
time.
They got it. They got it.
An unfortunate loss, but you know, the side of Auto Get Toxic have certainly shown that they know a few tricks on the map, and they're gonna be popping up with a lot of surprises here for the current leaders in this best of 3 Rebellious Gaming, because if there's one thing I love is those you know, sneaky Brimstone Molotovs or Sova shock arrows, you know, that you send from afar to prevent that last minute defuse without risking too much.
Taking a quick look at the scoreboard, we see Odd on Toxic is currently in the lead. What do you think about that, Ishan? Do you think that they've changed a lot coming out of Ascent? How do you think they're playing right now?
I think you know, it's definitely a lot more comfortable on the side of the attackers. Or don't get so toxic are not being overwhelmed as easily. They are getting in their trades. They are doing a lot of damage. You see the Rays also having taken a bunch of damage early on. The Sage is probably going to be coming in for a heal now. So Auto Get Toxic, they're definitely going to be feeling better going into this match than the previous one. The Suspect with a quick peek into Hookah.
And that actually baits out the rotation from the Cypher. He's actually thinking about rotating, but he stops and tracks. He's holding towards CT.
Yep, I think if he goes back to the camera, and yeah, between that and the traps, they're gonna know that they have rotated towards in.
Cage triggered.
Beautiful wall coming out. They're gonna get the plant off.
Immediately.
Yeah. Not what they wanted at this point.
Look at the Brimstone. He's playing a shot. There's another Molotov lineup that he has prepped for the bomb this time. And let's see what he can do. Nisha, she pushes through. The Reina gets the kill. And ZKS, he comes with another Molotov lineup for the bomb.
Oh, beautiful Molly, but little
That
too
bit
late.
late again. And the Cypher, he's able to stick the defuse.
Yeeks, but it did work, right? I think a second earlier, and they would have certainly had it. But hats off to the Brimstone, you know. ZKS
this is
certainly
my spot.
knows
That
what
goes
he's
there.
doing with that man. What a play.
This goes here. This is a nice
Oh, it
spot.
would have been crazy if he managed to deny
Yes,
the
this
defuse
should
there.
go.
It would have been even better because he had his ultimate ready, and if he had secured the kill, he could have rained hellfire, and they could have
Yeah.
secured the round based
Yeah.
on how much time they would have been able to burn off the spike that way.
It seems like we've got an aggressive push coming in into Hookah. But the defenders themselves, they are also moving forward. Cypher's gonna get caught out. It seems like we have a semi-buy. Oh,
He
beautiful
pushes
stuff.
out, man.
Beautiful stuff. Actually prevents them from going in. The Molotov, not really where he wanted it to be. And the Raze clone coming in, picking up ZKS. And now, despite being stuck here, it's gonna buy enough time for Brimstone to actually push up and help a little. And there we go.
P-Long push definitely gave the defenders a lot of early round information, and they were able to like pinch through from all sides. We saw the rotation coming into the teleport. We saw that the two P-Long players were able to get back into sight, and that left the attackers with nowhere to go. They were stuck there. They were just waiting for the fights to come through, and they obviously were not able to get the trades because they did not have as the best weaponry to get the trades. So the defenders, beautiful hold.
Yep, they
goes
knew
there,
that
this goes
they
here.
didn't have the economy for proper buys and
this
made the
is a
best
nice
of it and pulled
That goes
themselves
there,
into the
yes,
lead now.
this should
3-2 into this second map. What looked like a very comfortable start for Auto Get Toxic is certainly looking like a tricky situation.
They've been doing this time and time again. Look at this. The Cypher and the Reina, they're holding close to his showers. Phoenix, he's not expecting it, but he gets one.
Yeah, the Cypher.
Pops the run it back, pushes through the side, and the Cypher, he's gonna use the tripwire and get the kill.
Yeah, but look at this, the Reina here, D-Suspect, very aggressive. He's heard the Brimstone on his left, the smoke's coming in. Will he use the smoke to, push up? because D-Suspect has certainly pushed up close. D-Suspect is going to spot him. He's going to spot the Sage. Double kill there coming. Triple kill on by D-Suspect, as this is going to be a play that wins them the round. What a mad hold there. D-Suspect using all that audio to his advantage, spraying through the smoke, picking up 3 kills on what looked like an almost lost site.
The main issue that they had that took place that no one checked that hookah box angle, and it's a really good angle because they ran through the smokes, the Sage, the Reyna, and the Brimstone. He gets all 3. There's beautiful rifle work coming in from King right now. King, he keeps his calm, locks the sight down, and that's the round coming for the defenders.
Yep, beautiful stuff, folks. As Rebellious Gaming looking very confident. D-Suspect picks up the first kill onto an aggressive raise, punishes her for that, as Tchaikovsky has an important role to play here. The Reyna is close by still. Oh! Cypher Trap coming in handy.
Prepare for hellfire!
Karn for the win is gonna pick up a kill over at B.
The attackers are going to put the spike down now. They finally will get time supplanted. There goes the plant. It's 2v3 situation, favoring the defenders right now. The Sage, she's going to take some time to rotate the heaven.
Oh, bad res, bad res. Without really checking whether or not there were enemies in the area.
You will not kill my allies.
Oh,
Another res that comes through.
but this time the Sage smart enough to bait that res out in return for getting a kill as well. So protect your team's econ and get the kill and win the round. That's how it's supposed to be done. Beautiful work there by the Sage. The 2 Reynas, they were dueling in lamps. No conclusion there. King found the first resed enemy as the Sage went in. Look at that, the res comes in. D-Suspect, he just got confused. He's like, who do I shoot? And actually just shot bang in the middle rather than at either of them, and that cost them the round. 5-1 now in the favor of Rebellious Gaming, as or don't get toxic. They're gonna be hoping to get at least at least 2 or 3 more rounds. That will give them a great chance on defense, because 4 to 5 rounds on Haven, on Bind, sorry, is a a solid attacking half.
Definitely, we've seen Rebellious Gaming in the center as well. They were really able to exploit the fact that they were able to defend first on both the maps. And look at them; they've been playing excellent defense. They're up 5-2 on this in this game, and last half in the last map they were up 10-2. So definitely they know how to play defense on maps.
Yep. Most teams are actually more comfortable on defense, it seems, and good start to the half here by or don't get toxic, even though it is a 2-for-2 trade. They picked off the Raze, they picked off the Reyna, so 2 very important defenders there for the side of Rebellious Gaming are gone now. It's going to fall to Karn for the win. He does have an operator, can do a lot of damage, but if 2 of them peek him together, it's going to get tricky. Here's one person pushing in from the side of the teleporter. The wall coming in, the Cypher 2 has rotate. He's going to find the first person. Karn is going to find one more, and just like that, it is a 5v1, and Tchaikovsky is going to find her niche for another round in favor of Rebellious Gaming. 6-2, and things are starting to look bleak and difficult for or don't get toxic. But then again, attack is always much tougher, and anything can happen when the side swaps happen.
Definitely, when last map we saw that or don't get toxic were able to string together a few rounds when the round swap happened, but Rebellious Gaming were just too strong of a force to let the comeback take place. We've seen Khan pushing B long with his operator time and time again, and it looks like the attackers have no counter to this. They have not challenged Khan at B long a single round. He's just been getting free map control, and that's easy information for his teammates, and they know how to play on that.
Absolutely,
We
Karn
know.
once again with a great pick off there. Now the Brimstone, he knows there's probably more coming in from Hookah. He's gonna see the Cypher, not gonna find the spray off on him as it's going to once again fall to Karn to hold off that side. He finds one more as he gets defeated Cypher. Oh, we're gonna have a crazy play coming in from the Raze. No, unfortunately, she fluffs her ultimate. But the rest of the team is there. Sage is going to get spotted out. Great work here by Karn, folks. Oh, Reyna as well tries, but comes up short. This is not what the doctor ordered. As another round on the board for Rebellious Gaming. And Don't Get Toxic are looking a little lost. 9 rounds down, being forced into a Spectre round to try and turn things around. They're going to be probably looking and hoping for an aggressive push right now. Malav, do you think they can put on another couple of rounds on the board?
The attackers, I think that the one thing that they need to do is they need to spread out. They need to stop these aggressive plays coming in. We see time and time again. Khan, he pushes B long. We see the Cypher and the Reyna, they pushing A showers. The Ray is always pushing A shot. They know everything that's happening around the map 24/7. There's no way the attackers will be able to break through this if they do not get the map control away from the defenders.
Yep, the attackers are letting the defenders dictate the play, and it's causing them a lot of trouble, a lot of early map control. Oh, look at this! I think they're all looking for a jump.
No, looks like Harnish has disconnected, so they've called for a timeout, and that's why the match timer has been paused. We will be heading into a timer, so each and every team gets access to 5 minutes of pause time, and
I think they were taking a team photo there in front of the Cypher camp. Right,
what a beautiful time to take a selfie when one of your teammates is not here.
So let's take a look at the scoreboard and see who's dealing the damage. Karn and Saikovsky have been in the thick of things with holds and retakes. 10-2 and 10-3 for them respectively. And on the side of Don't Get Toxic, it's only D Suspect who's crossed double digits, and the rest of them actually in order 5-4-3-2. Really struggling to get on the board this early on. I'm not sure why Clone would want to waste those satchels.
Given the economy, he has 8,400 in his back pocket. There's nothing 100 credits could do to him.
But
he has all the money that he wants.
I don't think he's going to be able to rebuy them.
Definitely the loss
Is
of the
what I
satchel.
meant. Yeah.
The satchel loss might prove harmful for them because the race cannot get up to essential positions for retakes and things like that. But
Alright, so it seems like we might be a few minutes before we get back into game, folks. We're gonna send you to some highlight clips, so you enjoy them while we get the teams back in the server. And don't go anywhere. The match is gonna resume momentarily. folks, we seem to be back in game, and woo! Clone with a beautiful triple kill comes up just short on the Quadra, as that is not how they were looking at restarting after losing one man. After not having one man before the round restart. I think it was Harsh that disconnected.
Yeah, but what's really surprising to me is that the Rays, we've been seeing her pushing A shot each and every round, and still it's a very common angle and didn't get checked by the attackers. I mean, it could be just a lapse of judgment or a serious misplay coming from them.
Yep, and it looks like there's only one person, Brimstone, over on B. Smart rotate here coming by Ordon gets a toxic, but the audio cue has been given. The Cypher is going to get spotted out. The Sage 2, and that is going to be a double kill for kill, as they are going to pick up another round, 8-2 in their favor. Rebellious Gaming looking very strong and looking like they're gonna make quick work of their defensive side. 2 more rounds left. They're gonna be looking for a 10-2. Still, I think even 2 more rounds will go a long way in helping Ordon get toxic in a better position here.
Over! You're dead!
There definitely is a possibility to come back. Look at Clone. He's holding the same angle. He doesn't get checked again! 4 people in front of him. He gets only 1. He gets traded instantly.
We've got the Cypher. He's got a lot of information through his traps. The wall coming in really well there, as I think the Sage is finally going to get down to the plant. The Cypher's going to spot the Brimstone. The Cypher's going to take down the Brimstone. Take down Harsh as well. Tchaikovsky on fire, ladies and gentlemen. The Sage going in, misses the first shot, as Tchaikovsky is gonna pick up the kill and go for the defuse. He says that's mine, as 9-2 in favor of Rebellious Gaming. This is the first semi-final, folks, in the Rakazone Gaming Community Tournament, powered by JBLQuantum Gaming headset. The winner of the tournament is going to receive 5,000 rupees. And
This goes
of course, this is the first of the many Rakazone community tournaments you guys can expect to take part in. The finals will be streamed tomorrow exclusively on Rakazone's YouTube channel. We're here just bringing you the awesome semi-final action. Now, the Rays, of course, going in for another aggressive push, but this time it seems the attackers have something different on their mind.
They're all stacked over Zuka. It looks like they're trying to pressurize into the B side, knowing that they've only been playing 2 players there. But look at the Rays. She's already pushed market. She's already pushing. She's giving them early round information. And the Reyna and the Rays. The Reyna pushes and then the Rays falls back. It looks like they're going to be all heading towards the B side. Looks like it's going to be a 5v5 battle when the B execute comes in.
Oh, beautiful stuff there by the Phoenix. Is going to get them into sight, as it looks a little difficult at this point for attackers. And just as I said, that Tchaikovsky comes in with a huge triple kill, and Tchaikovsky wants to make it a quadra. He's going to find out the last Cypher, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the first half, 10-2 in favor of Rebellious Gaming. The side swap comes in, and I'm happy to let you know that Riot Games have actually fixed the side swap, well, the first side swap bug, which made it hell for observers, but now you can't see the scoreboard. So it's like one of those situations where you fix one thing, something else breaks, but at least it means that you know, when we're streaming, we can bring you more exciting action without having to jump around too much. Now, attack with an aggressive team like this, Rebellious Gaming, I certainly feel that you know, they have given themselves every chance of winning this easily. They have room for error.
But there's something really interesting here. The Sage wall comes up and the Reyna and the Sage, they're both holding towards Zuka. This is obviously going to take some time to block. And look at Zeke as he tries to pick up the orb, unsuspecting any players, but there's 2 players just waiting for him. He doesn't get traded, but he will just fall back to the side.
Beautiful double kill coming in from the suspect, folks. They get the spike in hookah, and that is going to be a huge advantage. Oh, he's gonna spot out the Brim, but no, he's not gonna be able to take him out. It's down to one defender all of a sudden.
There's a Cypher who's holding towards the CT spawn. He gets spotted, and now it looks like it's all over. The Nisha, the push is coming through, and looks like they just want to finish it here and here. They're not even gonna let the Cypher retake the site. Look at Nisha, he's not expecting the player in CT, but Defeater, he gets the first kill. Does he know where the other two players are playing? Does he expect one player still pushed up an elbow?
He does have a ghost, so one tap will be enough. Both of them are very low, but he doesn't have too much time. I think a slightly wider peek at the Brimstone will give him information, but no. England is hidden well enough. 11-2 in favor of Rebellious Gaming, guys, and it looks like they are going to be the first first finalists in the Rakazone Gaming Community Tournament. Tchaikovsky leading the way with 19 kills, an absolute beast performance coming in. 19 kills, 3 deaths. Malav, that should be at least, you know, if this was ranked, he'd be expecting a massive push. Look at this massacre here. Good
The defenders
lord.
tried to push a shot, but Khan and everyone, they were just expecting it, and they get taken down one by one. It was like shooting fish in a barrel for the attackers.
Yeah, the suspect, last man standing. We've seen some great plays from him. He is the top fragger for his team, but with 13-12, so 6 kills less than Tchaikovsky, 9 deaths more than Tchaikovsky, and more importantly, a gun way inferior to what Tchaikovsky is wielding. It looks like the suspect will not be attempting a YOLO retake. I think the call is to, hey man, let's save that Spectre, let's see what we can do next round, because the suspect is flat out broke. 0 credits on him.
And if he loses this gun, it's going to be really hard, given that they're going to be at match point and they're going to be pushed to the edge. There is no room for error if he loses this gun. He might not be able to afford a full set. He won't be able to afford a full set with utility. Look at the Brimstone. He's here, but the suspect manages to get that kill and survives with his Spectre.
Yep, definitely does a bit of damage to Brimstone's econ. He doesn't have enough credits to buy himself stim beacons. Picks up the Phantom and armor only.
As a Brimstone player, the more essential part is the 3 smokes, and
Yeah.
he has those in his pocket, and he's going to be ready and waiting for the execute call to come in so that he can deploy the smokes and jump onto the side.
Smoke's down.
Brim planting a slightly advanced smoke, so I think he can get out to the orb, as King is gonna find the first member in showers. As they're looking at fast pushing onto A side. Cypher, the only person there. Beautiful job. He's gonna find the kill onto the Reyna thanks to the traps, despite having only a stinger. Quick burst fires. Oh, not what they wanted. The Sage was trying a clever play, sending the Reyna up.
He gets one more, even though he was going to be hit by the Brimstone ultimate. What is this play? He is making sure his team doesn't go out this early into the round.
Yep, they're giving themselves every chance of sticking on, but the spike, folks, is over on B side as Tchaikovsky and Sage. Karn for the win, get the plant. Karn's gonna spot the first person out. Oh, they're not landing their early shots, but Karn finally lands a tap. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be game point for the side of Rebellious Gaming. Defeated on his own against the top 3 players on the opponent team, and Raze is going to finish him off, and that is going to be a 2-0 sweep in the semi-finals. Team Rebellious Gaming, folks, are going through the finals of the Rakazone Gaming Community Tournament. The finals will be streamed tomorrow on Rakazone's channel. But we have one more match coming up to you in a little while. The second semi-final is going to be quite exciting because Malav, we've actually got a team that competed in the overall Valorant Cup and went quite far.
Definitely, 50 caliber. They only lost in the first semifinals against Outlaw and Friends, and they play a really good Valorant. And I'm expecting an extremely competitive match coming up in the second semifinals.
Yep, folks, that's it for the first semi-final. We're going to take a quick break and be back in a little while with the second match. So, go grab some snacks and we'll be back before you know it. Alright folks, sorry about that long delay, but we are finally back into action with the second semi-final. A team we all have come to know quite well over the last few weeks. 50 caliber on defense, going up against Zero Recoil. But I think it seems a couple of players have disconnected again. So we're gonna take another quick break and come back. Or will we not need to? Nope, I think we're all good. We're all good, Malav. We are in game with the action kicking off.
Look at this. We already see a B split coming in from the defenders, attackers. The Omen, Jet, they've already pushed up market. Look at the Reyna. The Reyna, she's dead any second.
Imposter kill.
Great pick off there by Idiot Gamer. Now Swede, last man on side, gets picked off as well, as it's down to a 1v2 in favor of the attackers, but Ezane is gonna find the kill, and 1v1. Extremely low HP on the attackers. We have a full HP Cypher here. Ezane, we've seen him do some great stuff in the past. He's gonna find the Sage looking in the wrong direction and start things off in a wicked manner for the defenders, as 50 caliber pick up the first round 1-0 in this best of 3 semi-final.
Let's take a quick look at the Asian compositions we see on both sides. 50 caliber will be running the Sova, Omen, Reyna, Sage, and Cypher. Nothing really surprising here. The Omen has become a really viable pick these days, because after the recent changes made to Omen have made him a really viable agent in terms of the smokes that he now provides us. Now you can see the whole map and smoke off any part of the map that he would like to. So we've seen a lot of teams, especially 50 caliber, even when they played in the AMD Valorant Cup, we saw them running Omen all the games.
Yep, and Owen's quite an interesting pick. Makes for some great clutch plays here towards the end of the half when the time was running down. Slow push here coming in. The attackers, Zero Recoil. They don't want to take anything for granted. They don't want to take their opponents lightly. Brimstone and Jet both trying to make. Not really finding the Sova, the Reyna, I'm sorry. I've got 3 members over at B, as it looks like Raze is trying to make some progress over at A side.
But let's get the Omen. He was already pushed up deep into B side, and I don't think anyone expected him. He's going to be able to provide his team with some information, and the rest of them, they're gearing up towards A. 1 player A shot, and 3 of them will be pushing in from A main.
Stealing sight.
Yeah, looking tricky at this point. Cypher
It looks
has
like
rotated.
they've decided to fall back for some reason. They've definitely switched up gears, and they're heading towards A shot.
Yeah, definite change of plan coming in from Zero Recoil, as 50 caliber going extremely well. Strix with the triple kill. He's got the quad. Is he going to go for the ace? And that's an ace in the second round, coming in for Strix. What a way to stamp your authority on the match, folks. Beautiful work there coming in from the Reyna. Got the early pick off, halted the rotates, and then now went in aggressive, found them rotating again, and closing things off with, I think, one of the first aces of the Rakazone Gaming Community Tournament, powered by JBLQuantum Gaming headsets. The winners are going to take home a prize pool of 5,000 rupees. It is winner takes all.
It looks like the attackers are definitely going in for a fast A hit. Look at them, they're all lined up towards A main.
Yeah, but Cypher lucky to avoid damage over there. Doesn't take anything from that raise nade, as all of them are coming through. The Cypher has no information on where people are. Gonna find the planter. Probably the most important kill he could have gotten at that point. You've got Strix on top again. Completely smoked out, has zero information, and just like that the whole site is visible. He's gonna spot the Sage. Sage gonna blind fire, do a bit of damage there onto Strix as Strix is between the rock and a hard place. Sage gets taken down. Strix jumps behind cover quickly. He doesn't realize there's two people outside. All down to Strix. He's gonna find one. He's gonna heal himself back. Recovers quite a bit of HP now, and certainly he's not looking too impossible. But here the split hold is what's going to make sure that they do come out on top. He doesn't know where to aim, where to shoot. He's going to find one. No, he does not. As the attackers, Zero Recoil, are going to put up the first round 2-1, and they break the economy on the side of 50 caliber, Malav.
Definitely, this is really good crossfire coming in on both sides. That really put Strix in. He was in trouble. He didn't know where to aim. The moment he tried to look at the player holding Wines, the player who was holding outside A main would peek, and there was no way. He was just stuck between two players, and he knew his time was over. And they make quick work of him.
Yep, great stuff there. Smart play coming in to make sure they get that very important round.
It looks like the attackers will now be heading towards B site, and we see three of them gearing towards taking control of B main, and the Jet or the Omen now is going to try and take control of A shot with the Brimstone, who's holding towards top mid. This is really interesting from the attackers, that the fact that they've chosen to double up with Omen and Brimstone, which means that they have 5 smokes on the board,
Yeah.
which could make it really easy for them to execute sites. Like the Brimstone
5 smokes and the blind coming in from
and
the
the
Omen.
blind, yeah. The amount of utility that they have on board, and they even have a Jet. That's 3 more. That's 3 more smokes. So they have like so many smokes. They have 10 smokes at the same time, and that could be really hard.
You
for the
can
defenders to
essentially
counter.
fake one side, wait 5 seconds, and then still execute with smoke on another side. By the way, folks, we do have a technical timeout from one of the teams, hence the slight pause here. Don't mind, we should be up and running in the next few minutes. Team is allowed a maximum of 5 minutes of timeout, and from what I can understand, that it is the Reyna on the side of the defenders that is Strix on 50 caliber who has disconnected. So just waiting for them to jump back into the game. Let's look at the kills so far. Strix, of course, as you can see, very crucial to them. 7 kills in 3 rounds. Instrumental there in their win so far. Single-handedly winning them the second round. And ace that came in with the Spectre of all guns.
That goes there.
We see Zen, he's finding the perfect cipher position. You know, there's a lot of these pops throughout all maps where you can put these really geeky cipher camera spots where it becomes really hard to spot them. So Cap, while we're on a break, who do you think is going to take this map home? Who are you gearing for? What's your prediction?
See, considering they managed to, Zero Recoil managed to break the economy on the side of 50 cal early on, you know, it shows that you know, they're not one to snowball after losing 2 important early rounds. So I expect them to get a good few rounds and give us a close second half, because you know, the second half of defense is where things get interesting, because we've seen teams completely turn it around on this map after struggling to put up you know, too much resistance or you know, impact on the attacking side. That being said, 50 caliber, a very capable team. I don't expect them to just roll over no matter what is you know, thrown at them from any team they face against. Come up against. Strix seems to have reconnected, so we should be good to go in the next few seconds. The pause timer has been
Resumed, and we
restarted,
will be
yes.
heading back to action.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the second semi-final of the Rakazone Gaming Community Cup, powered by JBLQuantum Gaming headsets. We have 50 caliber going up against Zero Recoil as the Omen iProlet leading the way for his team. Another player coming in from the Reyna. Reyna's gonna find the kill. Strix crucial to his team's survival here. Backstab coming in from Pose, but beautiful Molotov gonna push him back as they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. 50 caliber, Zero Recoil have done a fantastic job. They've let them onto site slowly. Strix picks up another kill. Now the Sage on site. Is she gonna see the other Sage who's moving in for a plant? Yes, gonna spot him out, and that is another kill. Beautiful work there by 50 cal. Flawless round coming in. I did not expect that to go flawless for them, given how quickly 50 cal had made it to mid. But you know, fantastic work not to lose mid market and pizza. They kind of boxed them in and then picked them off one by one. You know, forced them to make risky plays and peek for information.
War raised.
So it looks like the attackers, they're heading towards A shot. Look, we can see the Sage who's made her way up, really aggressive on A shot with the spike.
Strix, by the way, picking up 2 quick kills there with the Vandal in mid. Idiot Gamer, he's gonna find Pose.
Look at Strix, he shows no signs of slowing down. Even tries to get an early round, the kill on the Sage, who probably wasn't expecting him to be at mid. And look at that, that's a beautiful one tap. And there he comes in with the 4th. He's had an ace and a 4K in this game already. What more can this man do?
The question is, are they gonna let him go for another? No, Strix was rotating, but Glyph was like, you know what, I'm not gonna die just to give you your ace. And he's gonna take out the Omen there. It's 4-1 in favor of 50 caliber. Now, that was an eco round, so I honestly didn't expect much coming in terms of you know, resistance from the side of Zero Recoil. But now they do have guns. We've seen them you know, do well on a gun round. At this point, it is going to be you know, tricky if they lose one more round. That's when I think 50 cal are gonna start running away with this.
Barrier created.
Looks like the Cypher has changed up his setup towards A. There's no traps towards A main, and he's only playing with his camera, and he's put out one trap wire towards the back of site, which could be interesting to see. Like, can we give them good later on information as to when they've pushed the site and tried to plant the spike? And it's something really interesting that we don't see a lot of players doing often.
Look at this, look at this. He's not you know, overreacting or committing too much, but the Sage is gonna pick him off anyways, as the attackers move on to slide slowly, and they're gonna find the plant. We're gonna find IPLF, try and hold off. He's gonna get the kill onto Gamer Bleak Sova, and oh, not enough to pick off the Sage. As 3v1 situation, I think Glyph is just gonna look at picking off an exit, but Blind is gonna come in with the kill there. Beautiful stuff. 4-2, as I mentioned, you know, when they have guns, Zero Recoil, they look like they have the potential to go head to head with 50 caliber. But you know, Strix, of course, a monster Reyna. 13 kills already, 13-3 for Strix. So that's the difference maker there. That's the rainmaker for 50 cal. He's gonna be the one who's gonna making those clutch plays, winning those unwinnable rounds, and if they can pick him off, they're giving themselves a great chance of closing out a bunch of rounds.
We've constantly seen Strix switching it up. Like, sometimes he plays aggressive towards mid, but now look at him, he's holding behind and he gets the kill on the Jet. He pops the intangibility and he's out of there in the second. He does spot one more player towards mid. He's going to still holding the angle over there, looking for another kill.
Yeah, beautiful work there by Idiot Gamer. Gets the res on. The Sage over on defense also has the revive available. Pose in the meantime is gonna find the raise. That is 5v4 now. After the revive in favor, make that 5v3 in favor of defenders. Strix is gonna find the Sage.
Here.
That becomes a 5v2 and not looking good.
Prepare for hellfire.
Another you know, instant loss looks like on the cards for the
Get
attackers.
out of my way.
Oh,
There they are.
Jet completely potatoes those shots there, alone on site.
Shock dart.
Shock dart coming in from the Sova.
It's looking really bleak for the Jet right now. One, she doesn't have the spike, and look at the time. She has only 20 seconds, and she's been completely surrounded. There comes the peek from Heaven. Gamer Bleak, does he find a no? She runs into mid. He's desperately looking for the spike or a player, but she gets taken down by the Sage, who's waiting for the opponent to come.
Yeah, rather unfortunate there for Zero Recoil 5-2. You know, it's the second time they've not been able to stitch together a couple of rounds.
It looks like the economy is taking a hit again. There's only one rifle that they've been able to afford, an idiotic gamer, and everyone else.
Blind does have 7,000
can-
credits.
Yeah.
For
Blind
some
will be
reason.
able to drop one rifle over, but looks like they're going to try and stitch together a rough buy. We see Acid on on Spectres.
Revealing area.
We see 2 Spectres, a classic.
Found them.
This looks like a rough round already. And given that Glyph, he's already started getting a kill. He gets one, he gets 2. He's going to pop the wall and fall back, and he's going to call it a day. He should be really happy with those 2 opening kills he's gotten.
Strix once again getting another kill to back up that Sage now. Good stuff coming in for them. Strix knows there's another person there. Strix is gonna go for the pick. Misses the Jet, but Glyph comes in with the kill there. Beautiful stuff coming in from 50 caliber, not giving them any room to breathe, folks. As we're gonna have another round on the board for 50 cal. 6-2 now.
Definitely. Cliff, the aggressive pick towards B main, like got the ball rolling there really quickly. He got the first kill on an unsuspecting agent there, and then when the Race tried to challenge him, he fell right back and got another kill there. It looks like we are facing some issues, and the attackers have got their timeout now. Definitely needed just to think things over as to how they want to head into the next rounds, or are we facing internet issues? It certainly looks like Hydra has disconnected. Maybe he's facing some internal issues and they've called for timeout. So till then, let's quickly talk about the agent composition we see towards Zero Recoil. So something really interesting that Zero Recoil are doing is they're running 2 duelists in the form of the Jet and the Raze, which is something we don't really see often on maps. We see teams leaning towards one duelist. We see a Phoenix coming through. A Raze and is not a bad pick, but coupled with a Jet, they've missed out. Due to this, they've lost out on a Cypher. And Cypher, sometimes if you play him well, his tripwires, they can really get a lot of map information, like covering your flanks, and it could be a lot of information that they've missed out on. What do you think about this, Cap? Do you think that
the Cypher definitely allows for defensive reinforcement in other areas, right? The Cypher can look after one of the sites alone, as we see on the side of 50 cal, and then they double up mid and or maybe have just Strix mid and have 3 members in B. Right, so it allows for a lot of interesting plays and rotations like that, and a lot of the maps provide a lot of opportunities for very interesting Cypher plays as well, with those trapwires both on offense and defense, right? You can make sure you don't get backstabbed once you get onto site. You restrict the retake potential of the enemy as well. So they are definitely going to miss that Cypher. But what's surprising is, despite the 2 duelist play, they're not being able to put up a consistent performance on attack so far, right? It's 2 losses, 1 win, 2 losses, 1 win, 2 losses, 1 win. Right, they're gonna need a bit more coming in terms of attack, because that's where the duelists are, more useful.
Yeah, so a really interesting thing that even 50 caliber are doing is that they're running a Cypher and a Sova, which is 2 agents that can provide a lot of information. Like, we've consistently seen the Sova throwing an arrow out towards outside B main, and that gives them
Alright, seems like we have lost Malav on our stream chat, but you guys still have me to keep you entertained while we get things underway. Taking a look at the individual performances on the board, Strix, as we mentioned, has been an absolute monster for his team here, putting up 16 kills in the first 8 rounds. Glyph not far behind, doing the damage with that operator, holding the B side almost exclusively alone, allowing his teammates to remember 12 kills there. And then, you know, understandably, a bit of a struggle on the side of Zero Recoil. Just the 6 kills on Blind, and then 4 each on Acid and Idiot Gamer. So not what they were hoping for at the start of this map. You know, they were expecting to go toe to toe. Then again, this is just the first half. Another few rounds, another 2 or 3 rounds, you know, they can consider it a fair success. So, you know, we're gonna take a quick short break, folks, and we'll be right back with the match once the players reconnect. Well, it seems we are back in the game. Timer has run out on the side of the attackers. The Sage is the one looking at going for an aggressive mid pick. Manages to cross over before being seen. Strix and Ezane gonna pick up kills. Ezane with the
exactly
double,
where you
and the
are.
Cypher ultimate coming in. The neural theft, and Sage is gonna drop the spike and fall early on. They will realize that the Raze is disconnected at spawn, and that is gonna be the round for 50 caliber. 7-2 in their favor. It looks like they're going to be trying a peek over at B, then potentially 2 of them heading over to mid. So this is going to be interesting how it pans out. Again.
Not there. Can't go there.
The Omen trying desperately
Can't go there.
to teleport on top of that wall, but not enough space. Oh, he finds it finally.
Killed.
I'm unaware, but Glyph is going to punish him for that aggression as Jet goes in now and still can find Strix. No!
You will not kill my allies.
Still
insect.
Her misery. And now left to 2 members, just the Sage and the Brimstone. I think is still not connected into the game. Waiting for to disappear, gets damaged by that blind spray. Omen gets spotted out,
down.
and Ezane is gonna backstab and find Idiot Gamer. Cliff pushing in. Cliff is gonna find Brimstone, ladies and gentlemen, and that is gonna be 1 more round. Sova pushing up spawn. Gamer Bleak, he wants that kill for himself, but no, Ezane is not going to let it be. (8-2) in favor of 50 cal. The teams will have 1 more opportunity to get their players back in once this map ends. It seems like a short-handed map is not going to go the favor of Zero Recoil. I think they were already struggling a little to keep up with 50 cal, and now being a man down has made it near impossible. Sova's gonna throw in the recon arrow. A lot of information coming in there. Oh, Glyph not able to find the kill, but Strix is there to help out as they are stuck between a rock and a hard place. Ezane coming in with the backstab. Beautiful job there. Strix through the wall. Finds the kill there. Onto one of the members, and Ray is once again taken out at spawn. (9-2) in favor of 50 cal. Not looking good. Last round in the half, and 10-2 would be a phenomenal half on defense. I genuinely believe that Zero Recoil could have had a few more rounds had it not been for you know, their frequent disconnect issues. I think it could have very well ended you know, 7-5 or 8-4. Both very respectable and manageable first halves. Jet is going to break into the site. Goes across the door rather, not into the site. Very aggressive hold there coming in from Ezane. Strix and the Omen. They're going to find the Sage any minute now. Sage actually... Sage gave up her position. Iprolet actually teleported in. Unfortunately couldn't do anything as Strix is going to find another kill.
Cutting their vision.
And I think Ezane wants to go aggressive. He knows
Prepare for hellfire!
where potentially the Jet is, but opts not to check there. They're gonna pick off the Rays, but the Jet for some reason still just playing it patient. Blind. This is the last half, last round of the half, buddy. Saving that is not gonna do you any good. This could be another case of a disconnect there. Really unfortunate, as 50 caliber look like they're gonna run away with the first map here. You're 10-2 into the side swap. Let's take a look at that scoreboard once again. Mind you, scoreboard bug coming in. Strix at the top of the scoreboard there for the side of 50 caliber. (22) kills and only 5 deaths. That is a monster performance coming in from the Reyna. And then in comparison, Blind topping the leaderboard for his team with a mere 6 kills. Shows you just how things have gotten out of hand here. Blind doesn't realize there's 2 people right outside. Let's smoke. Not gonna find the Sage, as Glyph is gonna put him out of his misery. They're gonna get the site nice and quick, and it's going to be, without a doubt, 11-2 in favor of 50 caliber. Oh, they're all converging on the Brimstone. He's gonna get 1 kill, he gets 1. Is he gonna get the second? No, as Glyph is going to get another kill. Caliber trying to wrap this up as cleanly as possible, giving them a bit more rest time before the second map, and of course giving the guys at Zero Recoil as much time as possible to help ensure their last man can join back. Seems like we're gonna have a mid-split push coming in. Omen smokes off A short. They're running towards Market and Pizza. Brimstone first to get spotted. He's gonna get taken down as Strix and Co are already on site. Idiot Gamer not gonna spot anybody through that Brimstone smoke, blocking off mid-market. And 4v2 situation now as they go for the plant. Glyph gonna get spotted out. 2v1 still does a lot of damage as Iprolet gets taken down by the pistol by thanks to that push alone. And now it's Idiot Gamer versus the Sova and the Omen. He's going to come up 2 kill there. He's getting pushed behind from Glyph and it's turned into a 1v1, 70 HP on Idiot Gamer. Is he going to be able to close it off against Strix, the #1 player in the map right now? Strix going to spot him out, and that is going to be 12 rounds on the board for 50 caliber, just when it looked like No Recoil had the break they'd been waiting for. Strix turned up and does what he does best: clean up house despite not having enough HP. It was a round in the bag for the man who now has 26 kills and only 5 deaths, 14 rounds into the game. What a performance, folks. Another mid-split push coming in. If it isn't broke, don't fix it. Strategy.
Smoke's down.
Sage pushed out aggressive there from Strix with the first blood here. Omen's gonna get spotted out. Not gonna be able to do much. Hyperledge does find Strix, but that's all. That's about all he's gonna be able to do, as it is now 4v2, and they are looking good for a B-side plant. Glyph is gonna find the last kill, ladies and gentlemen, making it 13-2. Let's take a look again at that last hurrah from Idiot Gamer. He did his best to give his team a chance, but you know, Strix was just too good on the day. Picked off Glyph, and then Strix just catches him off guard. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first map in this second semi-final of the Rakazone Gaming Community Cup, powered by JBLQuantum gaming headsets. My name is Captain Arya. We're going to take a short break and be back with map number 2 in just a little while. Alright folks, welcome back to the second map in the second semi-final of the Rakazone Gaming Community Cup, powered by JBLQuantum gaming headsets. My name is Capnaria, and with me, finally back again, is Malav as we go into Split. This time we have zero recoil on defense and the ever-aggressive 50 caliber attacking. Malav, do you see this going any differently than the first time around?
I mean, it could, in my opinion, this is going to be a really interesting matchup because the team compositions have been changed around this time. We see Zero Recoil are not running two duelists anymore. They've gone for a Sova this time around.
This is pretty much gone the same as last time. As Strix is on fire, Strix and Glyph leading the charge for their team. Sova coming in from the back of B side decides not to. And he's going to actually rotate back to Heaven. Gonna find the pick off. Hydra finds Glyph
Revealing area.
and peeks through that Cypher cage.
The retake is on, and the Jet, she dives right into the side, and Strix, he's gonna be ready and waiting. Pops the intangibility, sees the Sova on a win, but the Sova, he's faster and he takes it off.
Yep, beautiful stuff there. I think it's all going to come down to whether Hydra is going to be able to find the pick off between... Oh, he's going to find them from
And he
behind!
lines them both up, gets the 4K, and the defuse will come in. Zero recoil, putting in their first round, the first pistol they've won in this series.
Revealing area.
Beautiful stuff, you know, that's as good as they could have hoped for their start to be. Zero recoil now. They're going to be looking at not losing out on this momentum because they need to make sure they win this second round, because you know, a loss right now will not only just ruin their economy, but you know, it will shatter any morale that they have remaining. It's been a difficult ask so far, but Split could be the map where they turn
Revealing
things
area.
around.
Looks like 50 caliber, they're playing an extremely spread out setup. We see the Brimstone and the Reyna, they're heading towards mid, trying to take control of things over there. While the Sage, Sova and the Cypher, they're heading out towards A main, trying to see if they can
Deploying
work any
drone.
magic over there.
Enemy.
But look at this aggressive push that's come out from the defenders towards mid. The Sage and the Omen, they've completely taken control of mid. The Brimstone and the Reyna, they've been pushed behind.
Yep, Iprolet looking at making a dent, but no, Glyph is gonna find him. And that is going to be tricky for them moving forward. The aggressive jet push is going to get them a kill. Hydra gets in on the
Revealing
action,
area.
gets another kill to his
Found
name
them.
as well.
Spots were on the recon, he knows where they are. He's still fighting tooth and nail to maintain mid control. While the three of the attackers, they're all pushing mid. They're heading into B heaven like they did exactly on the pistol round.
Yes, but there is a Sage wall blocking them off, buying them very crucial time. Sage coming up with the shotgun, does a bit of damage, but takes a whole lot more as they're going to be bursting onto site. Sage going to push through, going to find the kill, make it a 2v2. Very little HP left on the Sage, but I think the heal is back. She should be up to full health, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. You've got the Sova coming in. He's heard the Sage. Go to the side. Brimstone is also not on site. This is going to be interesting. Beautiful work there by
Revealing
Hydra.
area.
Stimby
That
laid
recon
down
is
by the
gonna-
Brimstone.
The recon dot really clears out the whole site. Now they know where they are. They know where the last player is. They know the players holding B main. Now they can easily just hold the defuse. But what are they doing? They're not. There's no time on the spike. This is going to be an eco round victory for 50 caliber with no player surviving.
That was
Hydra and
horrible.
Acid.
That was
Hydra and
horrible.
Acid.
I think there was some miscommunication there. I think one was supposed to check the site, the other one was supposed to stick the defuse. And, you know, the fact that they didn't find the Brimstone kind of scared them a little. Like, you know, what is happening? and in that confusion they just forgot to start the defuse and they just completely ran out of time there. This is exactly what they didn't want happening, because not only did they lose the round, now they're down to half buys, marshals, specters. It is a very tricky situation for them to be in. Oh, Sova gets a lot of information there. Sage is gonna get a trade there in exchange for the jet. Shock dart coming on, not gonna find anyone, and now the recon drone is gonna go and get them a bit more information. They know the Cypher has pushed up close. The Reyna has leered. The Cypher cage also in the way. They're gonna find Izane. No, as Hydra's gonna fall to Izane. Strix is now holding the ankle, gonna find the Sage. Beautiful stuff coming in, and it's down to the Brimstone, who is in mid. They're push behind, but iProlet comes in from the backstab. He's gonna find Strix. Turn this into a slightly more manageable 3v2. The plant is going down. They have spread out quite a bit. iProlet picks up the Phantom.
The good thing about this retake is that iProlet has one smoke and the Brimstone has a smoke as well, so they can definitely smoke off B main or any choke points where they can try and get in a sneaky diffuse in.
Oh,
there we go. The
stuff.
B main smoke comes. But the player on backside, no, he doesn't. Pose is gonna make quick work, and he then picks off the Brimstone. 50 caliber. They take the put on the second round for them. Where do you think this is heading? Do you think Zero Recall will be able to bounce back from this? I definitely have some hope. They definitely look stronger on split compared to what they look like on Ascent. And I think that they are going to be playing better. What do you think about that, Cap?
I think their rotations are good. It's just the fact that
nice
they haven't found a way to deal with that early aggression coming in from 50 caliber. And I think that's where they're suffering. They need to not get picked off quickly early on. And look at this, a push coming in from Idiot Gamer, and iProlet gets picked off. So does Idiot Gamer, and that is a free B site. Pose getting in on the kills there.
Now they walk right into B. They should be able to secure a free plant, but look at the rotations are fast. We already have two players who are already in heaven, the Jet and the Sova.
Yep, and they're gonna actually run into the Cypher down here. Just about survives there, Hydra. Gonna get backstabbed eventually.
Look at Acid, he's ready. He's crouching like a tiger with the shotty in his hand. Is he gonna get one? No, he doesn't. He does deal damage, but that's very less.
I think he got a bit too adventurous there with the shorty. And a team ace coming in for 50 caliber, but then again that was you know, an eco round. They were just hoping to get a kill or two off it. At best they knew realistically they couldn't do anything with pistols. And look at this Glyph looking for an early ultimate. Is he going to ult mid potentially?
It does look like he's trying to use his ultimate towards the ropes area or the heaven area, where it's really important to maintain control for the defenders to make sure that they don't give a free map control. And look at that, this is ultimate towards ropes. The Brimstone, he's cutting, and he gets him. Glyph, he connects onto the Brimstone. That means no more smokes for the defenders this time, except for the Omen smokes.
Yeah, beautiful stuff by Idiot Gamer. He gets that you know, one tap.
You will not kill my ally.
Resurrect coming in. Hydra's gonna find a kill as well.
Look at Idiot Gamer, he has his ultimate ready. He's gonna get the res onto Brimstone.
Your duty is not over.
And that's gonna put the round back into Zero Recoil's control, back into a 5v4, and just as I said that, he's then sharp as ever. He takes out Hydra.
Yeah, but look at this, iProlet, he's gonna be the one trying to do the damage. He's gonna find one, but Strix is gonna take him down. As
But Idiot Gamer from the
Idiot
back
Gamer.
lines, he was crouching in heaven, and he pulls off 2 kills there. The Reyna, living with a fraction of HP, she's in heaven, she's fighting for her life. Can she pull this off? Can Strix give us the magic that he's been giving us all while? But no, Idiot Gamer says no, not this time around, and he pulls off the 4K. He had a really good round. He got a 4K and a Resurrect on the Brimstone, who lost his life due to the due to the early round ultimate. What do you think about this round, Ishan?
I think that was a very, very important round because you could see things getting, snowballing away from Zero Recoil. They lost 3 rounds in a row, and because of that, there's still a good amount of econ on the side of 50 cal, and they're going to be full buying. But they're not going to be as confident of being able to steamroll Zero Recoil on this map anymore.
Wall raised.
Looks like it's a fast push coming on to B side.
I know
Unfortunately,
exactly where
Omen
you
get
are.
picked off, and the neural hack means Hydra could not do anything in response to stop that quick push. I think the Jet and the Brimstone are just gonna try and save whatever they can. Another Cypher cage coming in.
It
Blind.
definitely looks like they're trying to go in for the retake, because look at the Jet. She is holding aggressive towards CT spawn, but the Brimstone, he's falling back, and now they call it a day.
Yeah, I
But the
think
Reina,
that
the
was
Reina,
just a bit sloppy.
Strix, he has definitely other ideas today. He gets 1 kill, but Acid, he'll strike back with his
Oh my
own.
god, the whole team is coming here now.
They're all jumping out with their knife, looking to...
Oh, the pistol switch cost him in the end. Not what they wanted out of this round. Lost the operator as well, and just like that. Similar to what we saw in the first map. Zero Recoil not being able to stitch a couple of rounds together. They win a round, and then they fall just as easily the next.
Definitely. Still looks like they haven't learned that the loss of a Cypher, that the fact that they haven't been playing a Cypher has costed them so many rounds. If they had a Cypher trap, if they had Cypher traps towards B, they would have known some sort of information as to what was happening. But there was nothing. They knew nothing. So at that round, they were just down to they had zero hope of winning that round. But look at that. There's a quick B main push. The 4 of them heading out towards B main.
Solid stuff coming in, getting a good amount of kills together. And it looks like they might have actually turned this eco around. As
They have this
has
fight
his
with them.
ultimate, he's gonna push them back further. And they've turned an eco round into a 3v3, where they now have spike control and full rifles. I do not think any of us expected this coming in. Beautiful work up.
Definitely not. Definitely not. And the Reina, she's popping the ultimate. She's looking to make this back. She's smoked up. She's looking for someone. She's hunting for the players. Another layer is going to be thrown out. Does she push the smoke? Yes, she does, but she's not able to find anything. Idiotic gamer. He strikes with 1.
Shock dart.
Oh, shock dart coming in, does a bit of damage. Beautiful play there by the Omen. He's gonna teleport, and he is going to surprise the Sova there as the Sage runs for dear life. Iprolet is not giving up the chase at all.
Definitely, this is one chance that Zero Recoil have to potentially damage the economy to make sure that no rifles and no guns are saved, forcing a full reinvestment into the next round. With 10 seconds on the clock,
And
will
it's
they
not
able
just
to
a
find
gun,
her?
right? It's a operator, and that's a bit sloppy there. No, you're going up against an operator. Have to be a little bit careful.
It looks like they're still trying. In the dying seconds of the round, will they find him? No, they will. Oh, he just survives a fraction of HP remaining into the round.
That was a great round coming in from Zero Recoil. They're gonna wanna now capitalize on that and see if they can stitch a few more of those together, because that's what it's going to take if they want to come out on top and win this one. Because if they are unable to win back-to-back rounds, it's going to be very difficult, because a team like 50 cal is going to continue to punish them.
Definitely. Look at this time. The attackers are spread out all through the map to reduce the chance of them getting map control.
Beautiful pick there by Idiot Gamer, as Gamer Blake is actually going to take down Blind with his ultimate.
Shock dart.
Beautiful stuff there, as it seems like B side has been reached. Iprolet is going to get taken down, and now it is down to Idiot Gamer, who is also going to fall to the Cypher. it is like they have this massive problem of not being able to win back-to-back rounds.
It definitely looks like the B side hold is particularly weak for the defenders. Just what they're doing is they're running out two players towards heaven with the Sage and the Sova, which has been harming the chances a lot of the time because just the Omen as a lone defender on the B side has been getting picked off very instantly, and due to that, it makes it very easy for the attackers just to walk into the site. They need to throw down one or two smokes, and they have complete site control and the plant, and then the retake becomes extremely hard for them.
Yeah, great exit tracks coming in here, but you got Brimstone scoping you down with an operator, and there's only one way that's gonna end, with Glyph picking up the kill 3-5 in favor of 50 caliber.
What's more worrisome to me is that the fact that this being a CT-sided map and that Zero Recoil are slowly losing their grip, because in the last two rounds we've seen that they have not been able to maintain proper control of the B side. The attackers have been hitting B side constantly. We have not seen one round till now where the spike has gone down on the A side, which should definitely be telling a tale. And look at this, they have left the B side completely open this round. Looks like they're hoping for some A aggression. Look at this, the Omen flash comes through. The Brimstone, they're running through. The Jet, she's flying around. Gamer Bleak, he racks out 3 kills. The same strategy to rush down sides is not going to work every time, Ishan. What do you think about this aggression coming
I
in
think
from
the
them?
only reason it worked last time is there were more of them. Right, here they went in short-handed, got picked off, as Gamer Bleak really showed them who's boss with that triple kill, and it's going to be another easy plant and round. Seems for the side of
You
50
will
caliber.
not kill my
So
allies.
he's going to be bumping into Ezane, and
Put
Ezane's going to
down.
make quick work of him. Doesn't even expect that there's going to be somebody there, and I think the
Where is
Sage
everyone
rotate
hiding?
coming in with the Cypher ultimate as well. Their positions are revealed, and Ezane. That's just bad.
That was just
Decision
nasty
making.
coming in from Easy.
They know that their position has been given up around that corridor. Why would you still peek that? And what's worse is they rushed without really having scored that round. Most of them had actually bought something or the other, so they're in a very difficult spot.
And also, it was extremely well played from Gamer Bleak and his other teammate, who was that? I don't remember the name. They were holding behind. They were kind of expecting the push, depending on the economy that the opponents had. So they were expecting. Look at Gamer Bleak. He's sitting in the same position again. He's expecting the Omen to push again, and the Omen is pushing. He pushes the smoke. Iprolit, what are you trying to do?
Oh, this is odd. They just missed each other. Who's gonna be quicker on the trigger? And it's gonna be Gamer Bleak. As once again, it is
Enemy
down
down.
to one person on the side of Zero Recoil to try and turn this around for them, and I do not think that is going to end well at all. They're playing disjointed. They're playing as individuals rather than one team, and that's what's going to end up costing them the match.
Idiotic Gamer, he's going to be forced to call the save with this round. He needs to preserve the Vandal and more importantly the economy. He does have 8,200 in his pocket, so he can definitely pass some guns around and help them form a buy for the next round. What do you think coming up, Ishan? How do you think Zero Recoil will react to whatever's been happening right now?
I think Zero Recoil absolutely have to win the last 2 rounds of the half once it goes to 7-3. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult for them to even think about coming back when they switch to offense.
Definitely, I agree with that. It does look like that the Zero Recoil need to make a few changes. Look at this, they're still hunting for the Sage. Will they find her? Yes, but
He's gonna
Glyph
find the
gets
kill onto Glyph, yeah. They got a bit cocky, they didn't check that side. But they have all the economy in the world. They can waste money every single round. Look at that double operator coming in on offense. Just shows you how confident 50 Caliber's feeling.
Definitely. This round should look at 50 caliber. They're heading over towards the B side. There's only one player. Look at this. They've swapped over. They've swapped the Omen and the Jet. Jet's the only player who's holding towards B, and now they're also adding a Sova to the mix to play two players B. They know what they're missing out on. This could be a lot more competitive in how the rounds pan out. Ishan, what do you think about this new setup that they're running?
Um, I think they should have tried to switch things up a little earlier, right? Might be too little too late for Blind with the first blood there. We've got Sova coming in with his ultimate. Unfortunately, a little late there. Trying to find somebody.
Does connect on the stage, but she's going to be able to heal up in an instant. She's back to full HP now.
Yep, Idiot Gamer, the only person left alive. Sova's gonna find a member there.
Deploying drone.
There's going to be an equal trade coming through, and the spike is down. They know what's happening. Hydra, he's in a beautiful position to stop this. He gets one. He knocks down that headshot. He has his recon ready. He throws that in. But he goes in for the peak again. Is he being a little bit greedy, or is he just really confident? The spike has been recovered and the full rotation has been called.
But I think at
Look at
a
the setup.
4v2, Malav, they've given themselves every opportunity of winning this. That's why, the risk of the repeak. And a smart move. They didn't see anybody, they didn't hear anything, and slowly the rotates have already come in, and the Omen's gonna find the Sova, the Strix Reina, the last person standing, and that's not gonna end. Oh, Strix turns it around, but Hydra comes in with the kill in the end. 4-7, one more round. Very, very important at this point, I feel, for Zero Recoil to win this. They showed great resolve last time, but again, they haven't won back-to-back rounds at all in this series so far. We're in halfway through the second map now. Is this going to be where they finally turn things around and win back-to-back maps and kind of show 50 caliber that they're not to be written off just yet?
Revealing area.
Definitely, but given the fact that they only survive with two members, limits Iprolet to a Spectre. Look at him. He doesn't have money to get a Phantom or a Vandal. And given the last round, this could be detrimental that they do not have the best weaponry that they wish for. While 50 caliber, they're rolling in money. They can get anything that they want. Look at Idiot Game. Idiotic Gamer has been playing this mid position superbly. He's been getting early round picks and he's been locking it down constantly for them. Just as I say, that's Strix. He trades him out.
I think that was a bit of a wasted out from the Brimstone. Could have been better used much later. It's a beautiful area denial ability. And now they've lost two members.
You will not kill my ally.
And the resurrection comes in too. Glyph is back on the Brimstone. He's gonna be ready to rock this round. Acid Siege. Do they know he's here? Can he push the smoke? Can he go for the aggressive off play? The Jet, the only one locking the site down. She's gonna be dead pretty soon. Strix, he puts a nail into her coffin. Meanwhile, Hydra's rotated towards heaven. Does he know that the Brimstone is playing towards the mailbox? But Strix, he climbs up to heaven and kills her.
I think that's just like the gamer's, Zero Recoil curse. That they cannot win back-to-back rounds. And 8-4, it's not bad on split, but when you are attacking, you certainly have a bit more work to do. So I do not think they're going to be able to string together 9 rounds on the side of Zero Recoil, because I think the skill gap is just far too much for them to have that much success on offense, of all things, on split.
Definitely. Looks like 50 caliber have been readjusting extremely well to how Zero Recoil have been playing throughout the series. We saw that they are now expecting aggression towards any part of the map. They're not pushing aggressively. They're holding their ground. So it definitely looks like 50 caliber are reading them well, and whoever's calling the shots at 50 caliber has been doing a really good job at keeping his team motivated and keeping his team going throughout the series. They've played extremely well, but we still have one whole half. things could change a lot for them. What do you think, Sean? What do you think is going to happen in the second half? Will we see the same story, or will there be something different? Some new spice coming in with zero recoil?
I think we'll certainly see them pick up a few rounds,
No
but
charges left.
will it be enough rounds to take the series? I'm not too confident with that one.
And just as we talk about that, look at the attackers. They've taken complete control towards mid. They've also pushed out towards B now. Pose is the only one marking the heaven, and the Cypher, he's towards the side. Blind gets the first kill. Hydra gets the second. The B side is open for business, and the plant will go down any second now. Look at Strix. Is he being a bit over ambitious? What do you think about this? What do you think about this Stewie 2K kind pushing the smoke method that he's using right now?
I think if there's anybody on this team that is going to be taking those aggressive pushes, it's going to be Strix. Good attempt at a retake there by
Revealing area.
50 cal, but zero recoil, did well. Picked up a very important round right now.
And Hydra, he pulls in the 1v2 clutch. That was really important for his team to secure the round. So now heading into the next round, what's more important for them is not only to win, but to survive with enough members on the board.
Yeah.
So that it keeps the economy running and they do not face any issues with how much money they have to reinvest into the round.
I think it seems like we have a pause coming in for one of the teams. And might have potentially lost Malav again, folks. I apologize for that.
Malav is back.
Malav is
just
back.
brief second of lag, and I'm back now.
Alright folks, we are back in game now. Apologies for that, some of the players had called for a timeout. Beautiful heal coming there by Idiotic Gamer. Coming out with the assist on that Jet. They're gonna find the spike, as Acid J is also gonna get himself a kill quickly. And it looks like they are gonna get backstabbed. Strix of all people comes in from behind, gets the kill. He's gonna turn around, help with one more, and getting difficult as the attackers are going to pick up one more round, folks.
This is exactly what I was talking about earlier. Not only do they need to win, but they need to win by a huge margin.
First back-to-back rounds for zero recoil.
But the fact that Zero Recoil only survived with Idiotic Gamer running the Vandal is going to be detrimental for the economy. Given the fact that 50 Caliber were using only classics, they'll have everything that they want. They'll have the Phantoms, the Vandals, all the utility that they need. But on the other hand, we might see Zero Recoil struggling in that department. They might be limited to a Spectre. We see the Jet, she's running a Spectre. These are the things that might harm their comeback into the game, but I'm definitely not doubting them.
Yep, aggressive push coming in mid. They're gonna be jumping into go up against that Reyna. Strix, he's gonna get pushed, but he's gonna get the first kill. Not enough to get the second man there, as looks like a good push once again from the side of Zero Recoil. The drone coming in.
I'm not sure if this is intentional, but they've dropped the spike outside B main. They don't have spike control. Even if they take the side, they will have to go back and rotate and pick up the spike, which might be detrimental for the attack because they will burn so much time. But on the other hand,
just when you think Zero Recoil's got a bit of momentum behind them, you know, they do something as catastrophic as this splitting up without the spike, taking on site, and you know, throwing what should have been another round for them. 6-9 still in favor of 50 caliber.
Yes.
The economy is
goes
going to be
here.
hurting on both sides right now. The only difference is the defenders, they do have a bit more to play with because they did not die last
This ain't what they
round.
signed up for.
They just
Definitely
lost
that.
one man.
Smoke's down.
It looks like Zero Recoil are heading towards the A site with 3 members, the Sova, the Omen, and the Brimstone, who is now going to be joined by the Sage, looking to take A control from A long. And what do you think about this, Ishan? Will they be able to make some magic with the limited weaponry that they have, or will Glyph and his and the Sova make quick work of them? There comes the push towards B. Glyph gets one. He gets traded immediately by Prolet. Game of League. He's holding towards the back of the side. He's gonna get pinched from heaven any moment now. This does seem extremely interesting.
Gets picked off. Going for the disrespect to the knife there. Strix. I think Strix had the knife out and was like, you know what, why not? There's nothing else I can do at this point. But gets taken down. 10-6 in favor of 50 cal, and
Can someone
I
get this?
think
Thank
the
you.
comeback may and will truly be over. This is going to be one of their last attempts. If they lose this, it will most certainly go to a 6-12 before they will have another opportunity, and it's not what you want.
Definitely. What 50 caliber, what Zero Recoil are not doing each and every round is that they're not abusing mid control. They're not throwing down brimstone smokes towards ropes. They're not smoking off heaven. That's what's stopping them from getting map control. And with mid control, we see that 50 caliber easily able to rotate quickly through sewers to heaven, and they can also backstab them by walking through sewers. So it's obviously becoming a lot easier for 50 caliber to play this round, given the fact that no mid control is being used by Zero Recoil. So I definitely do see that as one of the factors. But look at Strix, he's picked up 2, he's looking for the 3rd, and he gets that. That's his 4th. Strix on the Reyna. That's one word that I cannot separate. That's 2 words that I cannot separate. Strix and Reyna. He's been playing extremely well. We saw him on Ascent. He was dominating with those Reyna pushes towards mid. What is one thing that this man cannot do? He's been consistently fragging out for his teammates. 22 and 15. Oh my god.
Yeah,
He's totally
but
the star performer for me
but
this
you
game.
can see, how much better, Zero Recoil have been on this map. 15 deaths on the top fragger. I think last time we ended the match with I think maybe 6 or 7 at best. And early ultimate coming in to try and get them information as Blind is gonna finally pick off a member there. Sage probably gonna try for a rotate.
You will
Dress,
not kill my allies.
but doesn't really have the charges there to bring back Strix. Blind goes in aggressive again, gets picked off by Glyph.
In this round, Zero Recoil are definitely looking in a lot better shape. They have complete A control. Do they realize this? The spike is now making its way towards the A side. Look at their positioning. Look at Hydra's positioning. He's pushed up towards Ace, but he's got the other Sova. Will he get the kill? Yes, he gets the kill, and that is the round. The attackers make it 7-11.
Very crucial round for Zero Recoil that they managed to win there. And I think it all goes down to that early pick off by Blind onto Strix. Strix is, the danger man on this team. And once that domino falls, it becomes a little bit easier for Zero Recoil to push through mid.
This is a nice spot.
Forces one of the other rotates and then opens up a site for them to take. So it's gonna have to come down to a bit more discipline from 50 caliber. They need to make sure Strix doesn't play aggressive and get picked off early on. Yes, of course, the chances are there that Strix will come out on top in a trade. But every time Strix has, lost a trade, they have certainly lost the round.
Definitely. It's like the attackers are taking a more laid-back approach towards this round, waiting for the defenders to make a mistake. We see that they have played 2 players towards mid. One, the Jet, is holding towards the B main with the spike, and the rest of them are heading towards the A side. But Strix, he gets the first kill. This is exactly what he spoke about. These early round pickoffs have been damaging Zero Recoil's chances every round. These early round kills not only allow 50 caliber to experiment with the setups and play a lot more
Smoke's
rotation
down.
based, but they force Zero Recoil to play extremely aggressive because they know that the advantage is out of their hands now.
Yep, it looks like there's a rotate coming in via sewers towards A site now, and Strix and Gamer Bleak are already there. This could be a tricky situation. Any side Strix is holding is always going to be difficult to take. Oh, look at that. Strix picks up one kill. He gets spotted out. He's going to dodge the Sova ultimate. He's going to get one more. He's going to get the third. No. And Gamer Bleak is going to come in. He's not going to finish off. But Glyph with the final kill as they hold off the site. 7-12. Match point for 50 caliber. One step away from the grand finals of the Rakazone Gaming Community Tournament powered by JBLQuantum Gaming Headset. They want to book their space in the finals to compete for the 5,000 rupee prize pool, and 50 caliber are not messing about. They want this, and they want this now. They're not willing to wait for it one more round. Look at this, 3 at A, 1 at mid as
Smoke's
always.
down.
But it looks like the laid-back approach for Zero Recoil did not work out this time, and they've completely switched things around. Look at them. There's 3 members who are running through B main right now. Will they spot the Cypher? Does the Cypher do anything?
Prepare for hellfire.
There comes the Brimstone ultimate. Will the Omen be able to survive this? No, he will not. Glyph, he takes out Hyperlet. That's going to be Hyperlet out of this round. And now 1 player towards B main. 2 people still holding the mid. Make that 1 player. Sova towards mid. He's the lone player. Strix, is he going in for the knife? No way. But now he doesn't. He goes in with the Vandal. He gets the kill. Brimstone on his lonesome. He's in the B main. Can he make anything out of this round? 1v4 situation. Spike dropped in B main. What can he do?
You will not kill my ally.
He tries his level best, gets 3 kills, but Glyph, he's gonna put a bullet to his head and send him to sleep. 50 caliber, they are your second finalists. They win with a win, 2-0 win over Zero Recoil. They will be facing Rebellious Gaming in the finals that will take place tomorrow on Rakazone's YouTube channel.
Yep, guys, what an exciting match. There were moments where Zero Recoil looked like they could have come back on Split. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be. 50 caliber outclassed them. Look at that, Strix with 26 on top, Ezane with 21 followed, and then Glyph at 18, and then Hydra sandwich in between them. So watch the finals tomorrow on Rakazone's YouTube channel in the evening, folks. You don't want to miss it. Raka is going to be streaming and casting the final best of 3. You can watch these teams compete there and enjoy Raka's content as well. That's it, guys. These were the Rakazone Gaming Community Tournament semifinals for Valorant powered by JBLQuantum Gaming Headsets. My name is Captain Arya. With me was Malav. Thank you so much for co-casting today. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more regular esports content. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you around.